Banks are preparing to take back millions of homes. Hey everybody, Scott Walters. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It's very important to stay close to the channel in these very, very tricky times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. So it was an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up, strap in. Not going to sugarcoat it. No rainbows and sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. Folks, we have a massive new issue to heat map and temperature check in this economy. I know, shocker, spoiler alert. What? We're in the biggest bubble ever produced in world history, and there's actually something we got to pay attention to? Whew. Insanity. Insanity. Welcome to the new world, friends. This is insane. This is absolute insanity. So, folks, listen. What we're going to talk about today is banks are actually, I know, shocker again, right? Spoiler alert, in their conference rooms right now talking about the amount of distressed homes that they are going to have to deal with. Folks, did you hear that? Let me repeat. Banks are in their conference rooms right now talking about all the properties that they're going to have to deal with. How do I know that, you ask? I'm going to tell you how I know that. I get emails almost every day of companies that have been hired by the banks, apparently, that are onboarding and training agents on how to sell distressed properties. Right now, nobody knows how to sell distressed property. All they know how to do is sell overpriced euphoric property. Most of these agents are clueless. Most, even me, I see these solicitations to be onboarded and train agents. Luckily, I have a huge team already that, is geared to handle whatever real estate market does. We're ready for it, but there are many agents that are not. And we're already seeing tons of agents dropping out because the work's drying up. I see agents begging to hold other agents open houses just because they need somewhere to go and something to do. And, mortgage applications are dropping off a cliff. Lenders now, right now, the first thing out of their mouth is, hey, everybody, we got adjustable rate mortgages back. If you need any help with your clients, helping them get into a payment they can handle. Adjustable rate mortgage, that's a balloon payment, teaser rate mortgage. What are you doing? Shouldn't you be offering that? That's what happened in the last bubble. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result is what? Insane. That's the definition of insanity. Can you believe what we're living in, folks? This is insanity. So my job for my beautiful, lovely viewers, who I absolutely love, I hope you all know that. I know you do, most of you, at least that are regular watchers of the channel. And if you are new, please become one. I would love to have you part of this community. It is an amazing community. Thank you, everybody, for always participating in the comments below. We have a lot of fun in there, but ego is not your amigo. Always do your best to be kind wherever possible. So the reality is, folks, banks are now gearing up to take possession of homes. And it's just a reality. I mean, if you think that's not a reality, you believe in Santa Claus. I'm sorry. And I love Santa Claus. Christmas is my favorite time of year. This Christmas might be a little tricky, though. So we're going to have to buckle up and strap in and see what this Christmas looks like, because I believe by then we're going to have be having a lot different of a conversation. It could be a recessionary Christmas, unfortunately, and I love it. But hopefully for most of us that have not drank the Kool-Aid and have insulated ourselves, we will be okay. Not only be okay, but come out the other end smelling like a rose. That is my goal for all of you, to get you out the other end of whatever is coming smelling like a rose, because you, in fact, admitted that there was a problem. The first step of getting past a problem, admit there's a problem. We have some huge problems, but we're going to get out of the problem and in the solution. That's this channel. So I really wanted to raise awareness, ring the bell, sound the alarm, and let you know this is what's going on right now. Banks are getting ready they're onboarding agents. Trainings are happening right now as we speak. Agents are being trained on how to sell distressed properties. It's a very different dynamic, selling a distressed property, than you just calling me and say, hey, I want to list my house. This is the banks, paperwork, protocol, getting offers, seeing if they'll accept it, because what's going to happen when you have a bank-owned property, you're selling it for less than what the note was on the property. So whoever bought the property paid more than it's worth. The bank took repossession of it. This is going to happen. It's actually already happening. It's just now, is it going to start to snowball into a bigger one? As we see inflation continue to kill people's incomes, it's just really not if anymore. It's purely, when and at what level. So we all know that there's 3 levels of a recession, right? A correction, least severe, a recession, which would be bad in the middle, in the middle of the road, and then a depression, which is when the bottom falls out and we're in big trouble. And the realities are, and I learned this not too long ago, recessions have cycled over time every 100 years, approximately, not on year 100, approximately, could be 10 years before, could be 10 years after, it doesn't really matter, but approximately they cycle every 100 years. The last Great Depression, you guessed it, was about 100 years ago. So we really have to be careful and understand and just admit, listen folks, our job is to be level-headed realists, forward thinkers, temperature checking and heat mapping, everything we can. And we don't have to be, I always say, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this one out. You just really need to put a percentage of likelihood on things. I know in the last bubble, it was like this bubble, everybody buying in euphoria, you can't lose in real estate. I drank the Kool-Aid. A couple people warned me. I ignored that because I'd already made up my mind to buy. As a salesman, I know once you make up your mind to buy, no one's changing that. It's just the reality of what it is. So for whatever it's worth, folks, that is in fact what's coming. We are in the biggest housing bubble ever produced in world history. That alone should really get everybody's attention, but it won't. So many people will, in fact, suffer from that. But many people, will learn some good life lessons in that as well. But like I said before, I don't necessarily regret living through the last bubble and making one of my purchases at the top because of what I've learned. But I certainly can guarantee you one thing. There is no way I want to go back and do that again. Today, things are much different because I had to go through what I went through. I will be here to continue to help people, whether they have to go through what I went through or just to try to keep as many out of going through it as I can. And your job, hopefully, is to help me do that. You can help people. I've always said, our rewards in life are in direct proportion to our contribution. It's very important that we contribute to people's wealth, well-being, whatever we can to come alongside people. This is a people-driven business that I'm in. It's what I do. I love people. I would do it for free. It's amazing. I know all of you understand that. I do my best to continue to come on and just let you know this is what's going on. And in final thoughts today, folks, this is what's going on. Banks are preparing for distressed homes. They're already taking possessions of homes. Foreclosures are happening as we move forward. Like I said, probably towards the end of the year, as this inflation, gas looks like it's going to continue to go up, and everything else, people's incomes are now shrinking, and they just got above massive house payments. And that is a recipe for disaster. I wish there was some way I could sugarcoat this one because I would do it if I could. There's not. There's just not. Many people will be able to weather this storm, but many people won't. Our job will be continue to be to come alongside them, encourage them the best we can so they can rise from the ashes of whatever's coming. I will do my best to always ring the bell and sound the alarm and let you know what I'm seeing in this industry. Right now, banks are emailing onboarding agents to be trained to sell distressed homes. That is what they're talking about. That is a fact. If you appreciate the content, I do want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below. Social media links are in the description of this video if you'd like more access to me, as well as other channels I've appeared on I think you will love. If you're watching from your television set today, another video is in your screen at this time, along with an easy subscribe button for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.